Hi everyone. I want to share my experience while learning Japanese, and it has been not so great but not so bad also. So I'll start with the script, the Japanese script. There are two types of scripts in Japanese language. Those are Hiragana and Katakana. It seems very difficult to learn, but it is not. Like, I swear it is very easy to remember. Once you remember it, there's no way you can forget it. Like, it's very easy to remember, and obviously it's the first stepping stone of learning Japanese. And the second point is pronunciation. So, the pronunciation for us Indians while speaking Japanese is pretty easy because Indians can pronounce basically anything. Like, I think we're so used to, switching languages and the pronunciation and stuff. So, it's very easy for us to switch languages and, adapt the pronunciation. The third point is grammar. Okay, so Japanese grammar is very different from English grammar. Like, you cannot relate it to English grammar. You have to relate it to your native language, like Hindi or Marathi or whatever. I relate it to Marathi because I don't learn Japanese in Marathi language because obviously, like, I am from English medium, so it doesn't work that way. But the grammar pattern is very similar, so you can relate it to your native language, which is quite easier because relating it to English grammar doesn't make any sense. And the most important question every student gets before learning Japanese is that, can we learn it for free? Can we learn it for free from Duolingo and apps like that? I would suggest just enroll into an institute, because languages like German or maybe French or any European languages might be learned for free, but Asian languages, and for example Japanese, I don't think you can learn it for free or just with few random apps. I wouldn't name the app, but I don't think you could learn it for free because it requires a technique to learn. Like, there's a technique to learn Japanese, and once you get used to the technique after like N4 or N3, you can maybe learn Japanese by yourself with physical books. But in the beginning, I would not suggest you to learn Japanese by yourself because it doesn't work like that. I did that mistake. But while I was enrolled into an institute, still I did that mistake. So I would recommend you to enroll in a good institute and actually follow the institute. Like, don't be lazy to attend the lectures and stuff. And I think you can use the apps for like you know revising and stuff, and just if you don't have time someday to attend the lectures or do the exercises and stuff from a physical notebook, then maybe you can use the apps for just like a day or some, but make sure you don't depend on the app. Next point is consistency. You really need consistency while learning Japanese. Like, for a person impatient as me, it was very difficult, but you have to maintain consistency. I'm still on the way to learn Japanese. Like, I'm still a student, and yeah, like, I have really learned that Japanese learning Japanese requires patience and memorization. Like, you cannot deny memorization right now. Like, many people say that don't memorize, just understand and stuff, but at the end you have to memorize. Like, you have to memorize. What will you understand in characters and hiragana? Like, what will you understand? You just have to memorize. Like, you have to write it 10 times and just write it till you memorize. Also, it takes time. Obviously, it takes time. You cannot clear N1 in within like 3 4 months. Like, it takes years to clear N1, and that is why it requires patience. You can clear N5 like in 5 to 6 months. That is the I'm talking about the standard time which people require to clear. If you are a genius, of course you can clear it sooner. And yeah, it does require a lot of time to, get used to the language, and also get used to the script, get used to reading the script. So I would recommend reading the script very often, because you get used to the script and you get used to reading the script, so it doesn't take as much time to read the script. Yeah, that's it. And about JLPT, like, I would talk about the N5 level. Okay, in JLPT, there are 5 levels: N5, N4, N3, N2, and N1. N5 is the beginner level, and N1 is the advanced level, like native level. So, it has 5 levels. Um, the exam is divided into 2 or 3 sections. I'll talk about N5 right now. So, N5 is divided into 2 sections. Like, one section is vocabulary and reading, and the other section is listening. So the total marks of the exam is 180 marks, and the passing marks of the first section, that is vocabulary and reading, are 38 marks, and the passing marks for language are 19 marks. So you have to clear the section wise cutoff as well as the total cutoff. Like, the total cutoff is 80 marks out of 180. You have to clear the section wise cutoff and also the total cutoff. So remember that. And you can use a lot of YouTube channels to, um, for listening practice and stuff. There are a lot of JLPT tests also on YouTube, so you can follow that also. And yeah, like, I think learning Japanese is not as difficult as you think it is, but it's also not as easy as you think it is. Like, if you are thinking that learning Japanese is as easy as learning, suppose, Spanish or French or whatever, it's not. Like, first of all, the script is totally different, so you have to learn a different script. In European languages like Spanish, French, the script is the same like English, so you have to keep that in mind. And yeah, it's really not as difficult. Like, I feel like Chinese is way more difficult. I tried learning Chinese once. I tried learning Spanish also once, when I was a kid, but I just left it in between. Like, I don't know why I left it. Like, I was just bored. So that's why I was learning. And when I got busy, I just left it. I shouldn't have left it. But, anyways, so I think Japanese is not as easy, but it's not very difficult also. Like, if you study, you could get through it. So, yeah, that's it for the video.